Okay, I'm back. We had 1 Kings 8 and 7, and it reads, And Elisha came to Damascus, and Benhadad, the king of Syria, was sick. And it was told him, saying, The man of the Most High is come thither. And the king said unto Hazael, Take a present in thine hand. Now, he's sick. So he's told Elisha, the man of the Most High, has come. He said, Take a present in thine hand, and go meet the man of the Most High, and inquire of the Most High by him, saying, Shall I recover of this disease? So he want to know if he's going to recover from this disease that he have. So Hazael went to meet him and took a present with him, gift offering, even of every good thing of Damascus, 40 camels burdened, and came and stood before him and said, That's like 40 camels? Wow. And came and stood before him and said, Thy son Benhadad, king of Syria, hath sent me to thee, saying, Shall I recover of this disease? And Elisha said unto him, Go, say unto him, Thou mayest certainly recover, howbeit the Most High has showed me that he shall surely die. So he gonna recover, but he said, Most High has showed him that you gonna surely die. And he stretched and he settled his countenance steadfastly until he was shamed. Till he was ashamed. And the man of the Most High wept and started crying. Elisha started crying. He got sad. And the man of the Most High, Elisha, started to cry. And Hazael said, Why weepeth my master? I said, Why are you crying? And he answered, Because I know the evil that thou wilt do unto the children of Israel. He said, I'm crying because I know the evil that thou wilt do to the children of Israel. The strongholds wilt thou set on fire, and their young men wilt thou slay with the sword, and will dash their children, and and rip up their women with child. You see that? This has happened to us. I just showed you a picture of how the Edomites, when they came here, they did it. But the Most High said he's going to do it, just showing you that prophecy is real. So this Syrian what he going to do? And he started crying. Elisha started crying because just like it is when you look at how it says in the last days, the devil know he got a short time coming out of much wrath against the remnant of the Most High's people who keep the commandments of the Most High and have a testimony of Mashiach Yahushua. That's future prophecy. Well, the Most High said he's going to get Edom because when our iniquity had an end, he came with the sword. He said, and Hazael said, Why weepest thou, my master? And he answered, Because I know the evil that thou wilt do unto the children of Israel, their strongholds wilt thou set on fire. Everybody against us. All nations pretty much had their hands in, just like when we just went through Purim. All nations was down with Haman, the Edomite, to put us to death. And then when Esther risked her life to go in to talk to the king, to reverse the decree that they was going to kill us, that we was able to kill our enemies. And that wasn't enough. She went in the second time. Can we do it another day for 2 days? But they was going to wipe us out. But all nations was with them. And all the ones that joined with them, we put them to death. That was going to join with Haman that we found out, they was put to death. But this is going to happen. That's why he started crying, because I know the evil that thou wilt do unto the children of Israel. Their strongholds wilt thou set on fire, and their young men wilt thou slay with the sword, and will dash their children But you see, that's talking about just what we just seen in that picture. Dash our children against the stone. And rip up their women with child. Hear that? And rip up their women with child. Stop the population growth. Depopulation. Take the women in. Rip the baby. Just like they did in slavery. They would line up the women and they would choose one and they said they would hang her upside down and cut her stomach open and let the baby come out and stomp it in front of every woman. That's scare tactics. That happened. Some gruesome things happened to us, man. We didn't want to follow the Most High. So he said he's going to give us to the worst of the heathen, the most wicked in all the world. So this is where we at. So it will slay the young men with the sword and will dash their children and rip up their women with child. Mm-hmm. It's cold, church. 2 Kings 15 and 16. 2 Kings 15 and 16. Then Menahem smote Tifsah and all that were therein, killed everybody, and the coast thereof from Tirzah, because they opened not to him. Therefore he smote it. Look what he did. And all the women therein that were with child he ripped up. See. This happened to us over and over again. So we followed the same heinous acts that his forefathers did. Look. Look at Luke 21 and 20. Luke 21 and 20. In the Roman Empire, because you know the Romans are the one that killed him, Ashak Shai. And they crucified all the apostles. But while he was on this earth, he warned us. He told us in Luke 21:20, he said, and when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. He said, when you see Jerusalem compassed with armies, what armies you think it would be? That's why you preachers, you're not dealing with history. You're not dealing with his story. And he tell you his story. Being movies and all that. You just can't, put us there, except for they show the black man carrying the cross. You see what I'm saying? Everybody else is Edomites, but it is what it is. We were in Jerusalem, the Israelites. And he said, when you see Jerusalem compassed with armies, what armies do you think it would be? It would have to be the Roman armies. When you see the Roman armies, the Roman legions surround our city of Jerusalem, he said, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains. This is when we fled into Africa. And let them which are in the midst of it depart out. And let not them that are in the countries enter therein. Don't come in. If you outside, don't come in. Why? For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. You see? And I got a strike behind this particular passages in showing what happened to us. And it should be, announced by anyone that claimed that they're us. Right? This should be known as a fact. In 70 AD, from 65 AD, the Bible stops in 65 AD. 65 to 70 AD, we were at war with the Romans and all those that were joined with them. And we fell in 70 AD. Say, for these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. You see? But woe unto them that are with child. Again, that's the spirit, ain't it? Women that's pregnant. And to them that give suck. Women that have little babies. In those days, in the time that we was at war from 65, because the Bible stops in 65 AD, picks up again in Revelation. That's why I say nobody that you see reading this New Testament, Mashiach Messiah or any apostle, Paul, or any of the apostles, had the New Testament. They didn't have Revelations for sure, because it came about 90 to 96 AD. Long after all the apostles had been crucified. Mashiach Messiah gone, all the apostles been crucified. That's what they say. But woe, destruction unto them that are with child. That we've been reading. And to them that give suck in those days. But there shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people. And they shall fall by the sword, the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captives into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. And they're over there now. So let's look at a historian, Rudolph R. Windsor, Babylon the Timbuktu. Let's look at page 84, what he says. It says, in the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem, right? So they took over Jerusalem in 65 BC. In 70 AD, Generals Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jew state, like I said, with great slaughter. Now, Mashiach just warned us. Just what happened. With great slaughter. During the period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrageous and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people. During the period from Pompey to Julius, that's Julius Caesar, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa, fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery. The slave markets were full of black Jew slaves. See, Deuteronomy 28:64, he quotes, and the Most High shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, even which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. You see, this prophecy and all the residue of the prophecies contained in Deuteronomy 28:15-68 befell the black Jews after they disobeyed the laws of the Most High, just like I told you. Many nations transported the Jews into slavery, and the sons of Israel transmigrated to every continent. You see? Let's look at page 90. We ran into Africa. You said flee into the mountain, we ran into Africa. Now, before I go to page 90, I need to show you what happened when they took us down. In Psalms, it said, as it is written. So it's written in prophecy of the Old Testament what would happen to us in Psalm 79th chapter. Because we had prophecies in Africa. I know one for sure, Elephantine. I know that one by heart. But we had many places that we lived in there already. We just went amongst our people. Just like right now, somehow we can go to different places. We have a lot of people that we know that's Israelites that we can go and be there. You know, hey, come over here, come over there. Psalm 79:1. O Most High, the heathen, all these nations outside of the 12 tribes of Israel that would join with the Romans are coming to thine inheritance. Thy holy temple have they defiled. Remember it said, it's going to be defiled. The holy temple have they defiled. They have laid Jerusalem on heaps. The dead bodies of thy servants have they given to be meat unto the fowls of the heaven. The buzzards ate up our bodies. It's only, continue to say, the flesh of thy saints unto the beasts of the earth. Now we know the saints are defined in Psalms 148:14. The children of Israel, 12 tribes of Israel. Their blood had they shed like water round about Jerusalem, and there was none to bury them. This happened during King David's time. He had all nations under subjection to him. He prophesied as a prophet of what's going to happen in the future. Their blood have they shed like water round about Jerusalem, and there was none to bury them. We are become a reproach, a disgrace to our neighbors, a scorn and derision to them that are round about us from not following the Most High's laws. That you saying that we not under, you preachers out there. How long, O Most High? Will thou be angry forever? Shall thy jealousy burn like fire? Say, pour out thy wrath upon the heathen that have not known thee, and upon the kingdoms that have not called upon thy name. But they have devoured Jacob and laid waste his dwelling place. Oh, remember not against us. Oh, remember not against us former iniquities. Let thy tender mercy speedily prevent us. But we are brought very low. Help us, O Most High, of our salvation, for the glory of thy name. Yah, our sins, for thy name's sake. Wherefore should the heathen say, where is their power? Let him be known among the heathen in our sight by the revenging of the blood of thy servants which is shed. Shed our blood like water around Jerusalem. Say, where is your power? Not really understanding, because they don't know the way of the Most High. They're never going to know the way of the Most High. Where is your God? Where is your power? Let him be known among the heathen in our sight by the revenging of the blood of thy servants which is shed. Now there's a payback. We can go into that deep. Let the sign of the prisoner come before thee. According to the greatness of thy power, preserve thou those that are appointed to die, and render unto our neighbors sevenfold into their bosom their reproach, wherewith they have reproached thee, O Most High. So we thy people and sheep of thy pasture, the 12 tribes of Israel, will give thee thanks forever. We will show forth thy praise to all generations. Praise the Most High. And it's coming. It's coming. Judgment is coming. It's coming. Let's see, we as a people, we don't see past what it is that we've been programmed for our brains to be polluted. Isaiah 13:9. Behold. Let's read verse 6. Say, howl ye, for the day of the Most High is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Understand this. Let's look at who the Almighty is. Let's go to the book of Revelation. See if we can find him. It's going to come as destruction from the Almighty, right? Let's see if we can find out. In verse 8, it's in red, so it's the words of Hamashiach Yahushai. It says, I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the ending, said Hamashiach Yahushai, which is, because he's here now, and which was, the Most High never was. Most High always have been, is. Which is, and which was, and which is to come. Who? The Almighty. Understand this. That's why I tell you in Revelation 19 and 11. Revelation 19 and 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, pure righteous power. And he that sat upon it was called Faithful and True. This is Mashiach Yahushai. And in righteousness, according to the laws, the statute, commandments of the Most High, he does judge and make war. That's what Mashiach Yahushai coming to judge and make war in righteousness. 2 Ezra 13, 37 and 38. 2 Ezra 13. 2 Ezra talk about how he's coming to judge and make war. You read the whole thing. Now we're looking at 2 Ezra 13 and 37, right to the point of what he's going to do. And this my son, who is a Mashiach Yahushai, the only begotten son, y'all know about that in John 3:16, right? Shall rebuke the wicked inventions of those nations. Don't care what they have invented. Which for their wicked life are fallen into the tempest. That's the fire. And shall lay before them, remember he's coming in righteousness to judge, right? And shall lay before them their evil thoughts, things that are against the Most High's laws, statutes, commandments, and the torments wherewith they shall begin to be tormented. He gonna tell them how they getting ready to be tormented, which are like unto a flame. He coming with fire, y'all. And he shall destroy them without labor. How? By the law. The same law you say that we're not under, you poach-up eating preachers. You better repent. Come back to the commandments of the Most High, because he's going to destroy the people by the law, which is like unto fire. Jeremiah 23:29 says, it's not my word like unto fire, like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces. So the law, he going to be bringing the law as he killing them. Y'all better recognize, man, this is serious as serious can be. So he coming to judge and make war. Going back to Isaiah 13. Hear the word of the Most High. I didn't write it, but I know it, and I'm bringing it. It's a warning. Isaiah 13 and 6. Howl ye, for the day of the Most High is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Hear that? Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. Hear that? Everybody's mind gonna melt. Look, verse 9. Oh, let's read it. And they shall be afraid. Men gonna be afraid. Pains and sorrows shall take hold of them. This is dead of the Most High through a Mashiach Yahushai, coming to the power of the Most High, his angelic power. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth, a woman that's having a baby. Them contractions. They said that's the worst pain a woman can have. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. They're going to be red as red can be. Behold, the day of the Most High cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate. And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. You hear that? So he's going to destroy the sinners thereof out of it. So all you to think that you're going to be all right. That's why he said Amos 9 and 10. Let's read Amos 9 and 8. Let's go there. We're going to get to verse 10, though. Let's go to Amos 9 and 8. This is what he's going to do. Behold, the eyes of the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel, are upon the sinful kingdom. The Most High's eyes are upon this sinful kingdom that are teaching people to do things contrary to his laws. And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. This place is going to be destroyed from off the face of the earth, as it is written. Saving, he's going to say somebody that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, the family of the 12 tribes of Israel, said the Most High. For lo, I will command, he's going to command the angels. Remember, Mashiach Shai going to send 200 angels back here, going to gather us from all four corners of the earth. Everybody done drunk of the wine of the fornication of America, so we got to be gathered from all the four corners of the earth. You're going to save 1/3 of us. And lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations. Because we scattered among all nations. So he's going to do that in Deuteronomy 28:64. And there we're going to serve other gods, even wood and stone, other idols, so forth. He said, I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is sifted in a sieve, like we read in Luke 21:24. We're going to be going into captivity, be, carried among all nations. Like as corn is sifted in the sieve, yet shall not the least, that's the 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel, grain fall upon the earth. But this is for all you that think that you can do whatever you want to do and it's okay. All the sinners, those that break the Most High's laws, you just talk about we ain't under the Most High law, that he wrote with his finger the work of the Most High. All the sinners of my people, all you that break the Most High's laws and commandments, shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor within us. Let's see what Mashiach Shai said. Isaiah 13:9. Isaiah 13:9. Behold, the day of the Most High, while Mashiach Shai cometh, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. Like he said, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, for the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light, for all the destruction that's going to be happening in the day of the Most High and the Mashiach Yahushua. Allah. You ain't going to see no stars. The constellations shall not give their light, because it's going to be nothing but soot and smoke, dark, like black smoke. This is what it say. The sun shall be darkened, see, in its going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. You're going to see no sun, you're going to see no moon, for all the decree that's going to be happening. He said, and I will punish the world for their evil. He said, you're going to punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. That's why he said, you're going to look at the sins of Esau, the Edomites. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud, all you that's proud, to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Gonna lay low for them. Verse 13, therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place. Yeah, that's serious. Shake the heavens. He said the earth will remove out of her place. We talking about the earth, we talking about a shaking of the earth? Come on, where you gonna be at then? He said, therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place. We in the universe. We just in the air, right? It's going to remove out of its place. In the wrath of the Most High power of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. Man. Said, it shall be as a chased roe. Going to be like a chased deer, but as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land. Where we going? We don't have no land to go to. It say they're going to flee into their own land. We don't have any land to go to. Judah. We don't have no land to go to. But everybody going to flee into their own land. Everyone that is found during this time, look what it say, verse 1, Isaiah 13:1, the burden of Babylon, see, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see, representing Babal, which means confusion. It's no different than the virgin daughter of Babylon. The daughter of Babylon still going back to Edom, because they're the superpower of earth during the last days. This is what it said. This prophecy. It shall be as a chased roe. I know y'all shouldn't have a problem with this, because you see how our women was ripped open, pregnant women was ripped open, ripped out, babies ripped out or stomped, and babies dashed against the stones, all that. It happened to us. So you gonna cry about something, cry about that now. 2, and it shall be as a chased roe, gonna be as a chased deer, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land. Every one that is found that don't flee of the wicked shall be thrust through, gonna be killed. And every one that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. You better understand. You better be holy, separate. He said, everyone that's joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. That's what happened to us. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished, just like they did us. Wow, isn't that something? And you don't understand this. I don't have this plan. But you see, in the spirit, it's saying the same thing. It's saying the same thing. Verse 18, their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb, no pity on the women that's pregnant, just like what happened to us. Their eyes shall not spare children. It's the same thing. Understand this. In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, America, the beauty of the Chaldees actually shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And I've been there. There's nothing there but just structures that the Most High had sulfur or whatever was came down and just covered up where you can't even walk into place. But you know it's a building there. It's ancient, all the way back to Genesis. It's there, buildings and everything. In different places, some places you can't really go into, you have to see from a mountain. They're like cities that they had. See big old giant heads on poles or whatever, man. I remember that. I took pictures of it. You can look on my YouTube page, you know, concerning to something you never seen in Jerusalem. I think that's called, what it's called. He said in verse 18 of Isaiah the 13th chapter, their bows, this future prophet, their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces. Bows is like arrows, like these missiles. It's going to be shot into the ends of the world. And they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. That's women that's pregnant. Their eyes shall not spare children. You know? In Babylon, the glory of kingdom, the beauty of the Chaldees actually shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited. Ain't gonna never, nobody ever gonna live here. Neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there. Neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. Nothing gonna live here. It's finished, y'all. It's finished. That's all she wrote. That's why it's important to come back to the Most High. Everyone to hear my voice. Because he's angry. You heard what he's going to do. If you don't know, you're going to know. It's a judgment that's coming on this earth. Look, let me get let me read Edom, because now before I do that, let me show you that Esau is the end of the world. Go to 2nd Ezra 6 and 7. We'll start there. 2nd Ezra 6 and 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the departing asunder of the times? I mean, when is this world going to end that we're in now? To the world that's going to begin after this world. What's going to be the parting of times? Or when shall be the end of the first, this world we in now, and the beginning of it that followeth, right? The world after this world that we in now. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born, you can go back to Genesis 25 and 25 to see when Esau came out red and hairy all over like a hairy garment, and then Jacob came out normal like everybody else. But he identified Esau. From Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.